Greetings and salutations! Welcome to the Grand Circus. I'm Bajongles. If you like my stuff, make sure to like and subscribe. Follow me over on Twitch at Bajongles1, where I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, noon Pacific Standard Time. I would much appreciate a follow there. Speaking of follow, you can follow me over on my socials, both at BigBar1 username Bajongles on Bluesky and Tumblr. Much appreciated. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Sorry for the pause. I have what's left of a Reuben next to me. I believe invented by, hold on, I forget his first name. It was invented by a man named Arnold Reuben. It was named after himself. He was a German immigrant. Does that matter? No, but I figured I'd give people a little bit of a history lesson on the random sandwich that I'm eating. Corned beef, sauerkraut on rye, with Thousand Island dressing, I believe. Oh, and Swiss cheese. I enjoy a good Reuben. Sometimes, yeah, Reuben is the kind of sandwich where, like, if it's good, it's really good, and if it's bad, it's really bad. And I've had both really good and really bad Reubens. All right, let me go to music. There we go. 30 on the volume. There we go. Make sure the loop is on. I'm very excited for today. Sometime after stream, I'm gonna be going over to a friend's place, and we're gonna be watching the Game Awards. Yeah, there's gonna be snacks and drinks. You know, his siblings are gonna be there. At least one of our friends is gonna be there. It's gonna be fun. I'm very excited. Speaking of excited, oh, it's black, and now it's here. Alright, sick. We are continuing this. I also want to show the progress I've been making on the next PNG tuber model. For context on the pose, hey, Knight. I'm very excited to like get to Blasphemous. I've played a little bit of it and it's a good game. It's a good game so far. Well, let me go to my journal where I have found it. All right, let me open my journal because my journal has the next 4 games I'm going to be playing. All right. All right, so already on the docket. This is not in the order of when I'm going to play them. It's in the order of when they're written. Is Ori and the Blind Forest, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 2 off the original game. And Poco, which is a really fun clown point and click. Also, if I don't have this done, I'm gonna get to the clown concept art in just a moment. If I don't have this done in time for the for like when we're supposed to start Blasphemous, I'll pad out the time a little bit by doing Portal, because I like Portal. Portal's very cool. And so without further ado, I didn't mean to get rid of the fucking, oh my god. Okay, advanced color selector, there we go. Get rid of the palette, not the tool. Thank you. I'm going to keep this open because I don't feel like saving it right now. And today I want to continue working on I want to continue working on that later on for the asset time, and I want to do the sketches of both things, of both frames. It is once again gonna be a 2-frame reactable PNG tuber model. And then I'm probably gonna like finish it on my own time because I don't want it to take up too much of stream time. I do want to work on it some because it's turning out very good so far. Look at the space. That's not including the tentacles that I have. Now let's commence. I have to re-find it because I've been using different brushes for, if you've seen on the Discord, the Eldritch Woman that I've been drawing. I'm not gonna post it on my socials until I'm done with it. At least. And it will have a... How do I put this? It's not sexual, but she's definitely not wearing clothes, is what I'm gonna say. And so there's going to be a warning on it. Which is why in the Discord, once again, !Discord if you want to get the link to join it, it has a sensitive content warning on the full body ones. Why is this on a different Oh, right, that's why that's on a different layer. Let me merge. Let me merge. God, it's a blue heart. God, I'm gonna stop that immediately. I'm nipping that in the bud. That's a phrase I've been enjoying lately. Sometimes I have like a word of the day or like a phrase of the day, and I feel like like the past couple of days has been nipping in the bud. Yeah, you know, nip it in the bud. Just nip it in the bud. God, none of my... I feel like none of my viewers are in the proper demographics to have seen the Andy Griffith show. I remember Barney Fife saying "nip it in the bud" a lot. I may be misremembering, but eh. Now I'm not very old, so why am I in a demographic? The demographic is watching it with my grandpa growing up. On Me TV, your home for video entertainment. I feel kind of bad that I've been busy with stuff because I'd like to watch TV with them more. Just sort of hang out, spend time. Thank you, buffer. Very cool. Now, if the buffer just stopped, that would be one thing. Right? That would be one thing, and that would still be a little annoying, but it would be fine. I don't like the massive, like, sensory issues it's giving me when it stops and starts in rapid succession. Hmm. Let me erase these bits because they're sticking out a little much. Alright, there we go. That is very sick. That is not meant to be an erased. It is meant to be a drawn. I saw a post. Like, I saw this a while ago, but I saw it again, like, earlier this morning. Of the, oh my god, you're Greek? I love gay porn! Oh, thank you. It's very funny. Oh, my cat wants out. Bye, miss. There we go. Drown the sea urchins. I want to go back to this just to, like, ogle a little bit at the perspective that I did on that. And now we are back. We are back to urchin time. Man, I can't believe they just go, Lisa, may I have some more? Oh, when they're eating the entire fucking kelp forest. With this background one, I could just do it pretty quickly, not really caring about how every individual one turns out so much, because it is meant to be like just a background. That being said, that was a little abysmal, so I'm gonna redo that. There we go. What if the urchin was Urple? Something that happens with ecosystem damage that is as fascinating as it is tragic, is when a native species, like completely native species, it's meant to be there, it's part of the quote unquote meant to be there, but you know, it's part of the ecosystem. The complicated food web has it as an important piece, right? and then stuff happens, people mess with it, or like just an environmental condition changes, and suddenly they start acting like an invasive species because the checks and balances are gone. We see it with white-tailed deer. Places in Europe see it with other deer, like I believe red deer. If I remember right, I may be wrong on that. I wonder why the scientific name for like the American buffalo is bison, when usually in the scientific community there's a very Europe heavy bias. Like for instance, a lot of the stuff that is exclusive to Europe has the moniker common blank. This thing, everyone has this. Like how with Eurasian wild boar, yeah. Like they're the subspecies in Europe, like Western Eurasia, and basically it's part of, it's in some of Asia, but more like Arabian Peninsula, uh, eh, like the stuff that's near Turkey, the Caucasus, all the way up to like Iran, I think. And that one is sus scrofa, right? Because it's like, oh well, I mean, there's other subspecies, but this is the basic one. Even though modern genetic studies suggest that the species originated in Southeast Asia and then migrated elsewhere. Uh, which it may seem weird that they would have come from there, given that now it's a bunch of islands. But like at the time, the species popped up at around like the Pleistocene, if I remember right. So like all that was a big landmass at the time. Sorry, I'm still coming down from the Bortism. I apologize. That I'm not sure it'll even out, but it may even out with time as as I continue just living my life. Or it may form into a horrible fire. The two things that are affecting California really badly right now: wildfire, or no, three things, and drought, and drought. Don't forget about drought. I have, gentlemen, I, I may not have a brain, but I have an idea. I really like Monsters vs. Aliens. It is dog shit, but like in a very specific way. It is horrible, and that's really funny. right? Like, there's a lot of fun memes that come from it. It's a very funny movie. It's kind of a lot of nothing in terms of substance, but like in a similar way to Despicable Me, which makes it just sort of dumb fun to enjoy. I like watching it. Also, I wish we had that president instead, because that guy's just an idiot. Like, to be fair, the last 10 years, oh dear God, 10 years, has been marked with a lot of idiocy. But it's also been perfectly mixed in with malice. You know, people say don't mistake for malice what can as easily be attributed to idiocy. The problem is it's kind of both. We've been dealing with a lot of both lately. I feel like the Brits understand that very well too, but from a different side of things. And by things, I mean the Atlantic. I'm Boris Johnson. I think Brexit is a very good idea. There we go, at a different pupil's shape. Hmm. Yeah. Do I detect a yummers? I believe I do. And let's add a little tiny one. And you know what? Fuck it. Yeah! Yeah! He's my favorite. Actually, I have an idea. Gentlemen? In the reference photo that I'm sort of using for this, there were a couple of sea stars. Because these fuckers do eat sea urchins, so it's not like they'd be entirely unhappy in a place with just a shit ton of urchins. Just the problem is, there's so many fucking urchins. What a shape. There we go. Thank you, Webtoon. I'm not gonna read that right now. It is a, for reference, it's a comic about a trans girl wanting to be an anime girl. Many such cases. Believe it or not, a very common occurrence. No, I do not do it. Okay, with everything else it fucks it up, but with this one specifically it makes it better. Maybe. Yeah, the slightly richer color that comes from it is really good. Oh. I I kind of fuck with that. But I meant to go to normal. Which also doesn't look bad because there's sort of a strong foundation with it, but there we go. Instead of this very, very pretty color. Oh wait, no, I can use these colors still, and then on the next one just have it be muddied instead of, copying them. Yeah, on the next one I can have it be a copy of it again, but make it shit. Do it do it shid. Alright, there we go. I'm basically just gonna get these onto my color palette, and then I'm gonna revert things. New One Piece arc, Revert Mountain. Welcome, gang. To Revert Mountain. Alright, and then get that one. Oh, god damn it. Hold on. Let me just turn it manually to overlay then. Let me turn it to size 14. He was size 14 when he found a very strange machine. A world unseen. Da 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 da. Butch Harmon's a massive asshole. And I'm going to fade you. Why do people say unalive instead of fucking other better shit? There are so many infinitely better options. I feel like our grandparents had the right idea by saying passed away. Cyberpunk, flatlined. You know, we have options, man. Why is it unalive? Da, 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 da. Well, I've been, in addition to trying to complete the game in the way that I'm doing it, for Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, I've also been trying to complete it on my own time. I've definitely brought this up before. Uh, but what I haven't brought up is that I've made a lot of progress on my own time. I've personally completed uh all of Tatooine. I've completed Dagobah. I've completed Cloud City. You know, because Bespin is only one area. I guess I could just say I completed Bespin. I have a times 8 multiplier on my personal save now for studs, which is very cool. Oh, I've completed the home one capital ship. Fun fact, that has more kyber bricks in it too. So yeah, what in the save for stream, uh, I'm gonna try and get to 3 million studs so we can get that capital ship. And if I can, that'll be on the next stream, which may be the last one. Or maybe not. Maybe it won't be the next one. I want to complete it again as much as I fucking can. And then just along the way, we'll probably get to the 3 million, the 3 mil, uh, uh, you know, milestone. And then we can get the Trade Federation capital ship. And then see what's in there. I have not seen what's in there yet. That is completely new to me because I haven't unlocked that one in my personal save. It turns out those pop up kind of randomly. I think you have to win enough dogfights on a specific planet to get it. Let me look about it. How to unlock capital ships. Skywalker Saga. Oh, see. Oh, I see. All right. Okay. So it's something that takes doing space battles. But yeah, no, with my personal save, I also just bought the Death Star, which takes 5 mil. So I need to actually go into that one and see what's inside. I hope it's big. This is the first Death Star we're talking about, by the way. There is another one I could do, which is the second Death Star. I got the unalive star. Alright, let's see. And then the next color crop. The rebels have the Death Star plans. Actually, I'm not gonna swap colors just yet. I'm actually gonna make this entire thing the darker one. You know, when Stade McMuffin saw my concept art, it was it was for this one. I can actually turn all the layers back on. And what's awesome is that he really liked it, and I've improved since then, which means that I'm a good artist. A good artist is one that improves, not necessarily one that is by themselves, like technically competent. You want out? Close the door until you want out. Here we go. Hi. There we go. Sick. And for my next trick, I'm gonna kill you. I think, yeah, this color in this scene I think works well for the one that is actually gonna have collision and is gonna get you. Me when I get you, me when I get you. Hey, Gremlin, it's going good. I apologize for not saying snake, but like, you could draw snake despite the prompt. Like, who's gonna stop you? Alright, my cat is clearly wanting my attention. Hi. You want up? I need to make sure you don't have access to my Reuben. There we go. Oh, by the way, yeah, I have a Reuben. The Lolly Lule Low. There will come a time when I play the Metal Gear Solid games on stream, but that is not this day. And also, I know the lore and stuff through osmosis. Now, knowing it and understanding it are two separate things, so don't worry about that. I don't understand much of it. Like, I understand some of the points that the games are trying to impart. Basically, the Illuminati. Yeah, but also there's like a couple other groups that are also basically the Illuminati. Like, there's the Patriots, right? They're also kind of the Illuminati in Metal Gear. Also, I curse you to play all the Metal Gear, not Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear games in chronological order. That's right. Play Metal Gear Solid 5 and then play Metal Gear for the NES. My cat is rubbing her face all over my hands. I see, of course. And like I know about the boss, not Big Boss, the boss, and like how these different groups of people, like, you know, uh interpreted her final words in different ways and started things like Soldiers Without Borders and other stuff like that. Uh it is quite good. I really like the snake. I think the actual pose of the 3D model of the person could use a little bit of work to be more dynamic. But like the snake itself, the serpent is very good. I really like the perspective on the head. Also, I appreciate that you basically made the the reference for the head to spheres. You're pondering the snorbs, the snake orbs. You're so wanting of attention. Nobody has ever paid attention to you before in their life. Yeah. Yeah, that's clearly why you are the way you are. Yeah. Mwah. God, I just remembered, but it's a bit of a hassle for me to get the. Wait, no, I have it on a browser on my phone now. The like, you know, this Discord. I can just send images from my phone there now. 6 spheres actually in 4 cubes. Oh, I see. I just didn't notice. There's this image I took of the sunrise like a couple weeks ago that I've been meaning to send. Uh, that I find it very pretty. I'll actually do that now. Don't mind that it has some of my roof. Alright, loading. Come on. There we go. Still loading, but differently. There we go. All right. IRL pics. Upload. Camera roll. Yeah, gallery. Boom. It's very pretty. I saw it and immediately like thought I needed to share it. As you can, I didn't notice until after I took the picture that there was a flock of birds. Yeah, I believe this gives me a chance to send some other stuff I wanted to send. Gallery. Yeah, this. I saw this new stereotype about where I live just dropped. Time to update WikiRoot. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if that was real. There we go. Now it's loaded. Like, looking at this paragraph, you'd think it was very specific, right? You'd think that this was specific. No. I've seen people from outside of the Pacific Northwest being like, this is oddly specific. Are you talking about one person? No. No, that's just Portland. And I say that 100% affectionately on my part, but that is the case. I really like Barnes and Nobles. It's a very good bookstore. I get my One Piece volumes from there. Yeah, like when I went to the mall with my friends, I got the triple volume for 13, 14, and 15. I'm not being so picky about this particular spot. This is the same layer. Is he stupid? That's a very Pacific example. If I had two drums and a cymbal, I would beat you over the head with them. Affectionately, affectionately. That was a good one. That was a good one. Also, I don't think you were here when I was showing this. This is my progress so far on the blasphemous PNG tuber model. I'm very happy with this face. We will be making progress on that later today. What's more religious, the Bible or Blasphemous the game. I'd actually say blasphemous the game because a lot of what, like, mostly in the New Testament, mind you, a lot of what it actually says is just don't be a dick to people and live a good life. And also don't allow oppression to take hold and do if it shows up, do something about it. But yeah, whereas like blasphemous, all the people are like fucking penitents, right? They're self-flagellating, they're going through fucking trials, they're sticking adherently to like uh uh the rules of things, right? There's a lot more, how do I put this? There's a lot more religiosity in it. I said trials and then suddenly beamed into my head John Outlast going, we have to outlast these trials. But I'm still waiting very impatiently uh for the new Team Switch's Underswap thing, and I was looking at their most recent like development log thing, and it seems like they're getting closer to releasing. Obviously everything's gonna have continual updates. Like what I have done on stream so far, the chapter 1 and 2 have gone through like changes since then. The Harry and Larry fight have had have had like sprite updates and stuff like that since like we played it on stream. Like when I say like we'll play it on stream when it updates, I mean like the soonest availability. It will change the schedule of playing games uh to like go through it. That shit is peak Undertale gameplay. And I say that after having played Undertale Yellow, which was also very good. Also, I am going to as soon as January hits, I will be saying Deltarune tomorrow until it releases because all we were given was a year, so it could be any day. It could be any day during the year of 2026. Toby Fox is working on the translation of the game. It's coming out like not soon, but like the actual development on the chapter seems to be done. Just got an idea for the shading of the blasphemous model. I just got a fun idea. The filter mask gradient going from like a sort of uh similar pomegranate to like the mint to pomegranate, but having the highlights being more blatantly like blue. Or having the shading the shadows be more like a blood, like a darker blood red color, because Blasphemous has a lot of blood in it. Blood is a very important symbol in that game. I just remember because the Reuben that is still next to me. Uh, I saw this video from this guy being like, people talk about the male whites and the spicy whites, but there's actually a third. There's actually a third category, and he described the category as the pickle whites. The parts in Europe where like they may not have necessarily had access to the uh to like the spice trade throughout history, like a lot of people more towards the Mediterranean got, and they're not, you know, you're very wet, you're sort of northwestern, you're fucking France, you're Dutch, you're Netherlands, you're Belgium, you're English. Not them. They're the people that can make you a mean pickle. And not just like pickled cucumber, I mean like pickled anything. And why that came up is because of sauerkraut, which if I remember correctly, is pickled cabbage. Like, I know it's cabbage, but I forget if the process is like pickled or not. But it's pretty good once you like cook it up. Like, it gets rid of a lot of the sour. Oh, yeah, sure, fix it up. See, how do I put this? It looked good to me because of how my specific phone screen changes how color works. Like my phone screen has a very specific way of adding contrast in the color that makes it look great. Robert, this rock is pissing me off. All right, that's all I need to do. I need to do the Star Walker with that fuck ass worm. Yeah, like Marcus the Worm, I think his name is. Like his face on him. I need to do that now, and it needs to be immaculately shaded. Oh, it's pickled cabbage, all right. All right, sick. Um, the actual roof is better, but I kind of like the lower contrast of the trees and like the background in the original image. I don't know how the totally legal, don't worry about it copy of the software you have does like selecting specific parts of an image, but I assume it has some sort of like lasso tool or something. I don't know. I can't trust Adobe. Adobe, the architectural style, I trust it to the end of my life. That shit's structurally sound. Adobe, the art and editing software, fat chance. I am handling a cat. Oh, the selection tools in the Lightroom is great. I can't. All right, sick. I'm glad to hear it. Listen, back in high school, I took like graphic design and art, like digital art classes, uh, and and those fuckers made me use Photoshop. That shit was whack. Like, and also whatever that one is where you do like actual layouts of pages and shit. Whatever that one is, they made us use that too. The only one that was half decent was Illustrate. Because like the vector art tools are were, I don't know how they are now, actually pretty okay. InDesign, yeah, they made us use InDesign. That shit was whack. Like, how do I put this? I have had a much better experience with Krita throughout my entire experience with it than I had with Photoshop. Like, regardless of the fact that Krita is free, I much prefer this to fucking, Photoshop. Oh, I used all of them too? I am so sorry. That sucks ass. Jesus Christ, yeah. I don't like all the AI stuff they're doing with them either, but that's a recent problem. Something that I hope Krita never does. Add AI shit. I just remember because I went through not a rabbit hole, but I went through like a Google search hole of looking for like where in the world, like everywhere else they sell this soda that I really like called Jarritos. It's a Mexican soda. Uh and apparently you guys have out in Norway have places that have it as a drink. They're mostly all restaurants. As opposed to here where you could just get them at like grocery stores. Nothing to apologize for. I was out of school before they began adding the AI shit. All right, good. That's good to hear. That's good. Jarritos. Let me put it in. Let me type it in chat. I put a little bit too much guttural into the J at the beginning, but that's just because of my accent. I apologize. But apparently you guys have restaurants mostly around Oslo. Where like they sell it. And I highly recommend it. But like where I live, there's a higher amount, like a higher percentage of like you know, Mexican people, and there's a lot more like actually good grocery stores here than like in Portland, and so like we have more places to like buy it. It is one of my favorites, like that and Dr. Pepper. All right, sick. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Go do that. Try it. My favorite's the mandarin flavor. You know, just the orange. And also get it from the glass bottle. If like if that's not the only option. The glass is the better option. Something about the plastic changes the flavor, especially if it's, like, transported somewhere. And make sure you have a bottle opener for those. They don't do screw-on caps. Or just open the bottle like you would any other, like, glass bottle. I don't know, you could open it on a table, on a car, anywhere, technically. Using a banknote. Ooh. Why I say banknote is because I believe it's not currency dependent as long as it's like a folded up bill of currency. Although if I remember right, your guys's are like cool and sort of like more plastic, so I don't know how well it would work. It might work better. Like yours are cooler, colored. Which reminds me, people think that all like dollar bills are green, when in fact there are different colors for different denominations. Which is like the more expensive grocery store? Ah, I see. Oh, sick! I'm glad they have deals like that. There's like a lot of local, like, mom and pop, like, grocery stores around where I live. Or a few. Like, even if they're not immediate, I could get on, like, the Maxway. Which is just, light rail. And then I could go to to one of the stops where they're just nearby. Also, I know you guys probably have better public transport, but I am bragging to every other American who doesn't live where I live. I'm like, haha, I have something that's functional. Ah, I see. I forget what we call that kind of candy, but we definitely have it. Like I've heard it called multiple things here. Like I've heard it very descriptively, just buy the bag. It's like, oh yeah, you put it in a bag and it's by the bag. I'm looking at what it is called here. Ah, uh, it's called different things in some other places. But I'm seeing some places call it pick and mix because you're picking it and it's a mix. Map. Yeah, here I guess here it's called pick and mix. Yeah, no, that's why I said you have more functional, right? I'm bragging to other Americans, not you. And it's a special kind of bragging where it's like, hey, hey, I'm not the worst. Uh, that's why there's a phrase like "Thank God for Mississippi," because they're always very near the bottom on every metric. So if you're above Mississippi on something, nobody talks about how bad you are because you're not as bad as Mississippi. Although in terms of education, the worst are Oklahoma and Arizona, I think. Like the fact that we have the best public transport here in the United States of America is not saying a lot. It's being the best of the worst, but you know what I mean, right? Like I want to still gloat to the other people around me. Right? Like I don't know, I want to be able to laugh at people from fucking Dallas. Also, I used to be able to make fun of people from LA. I still can for other reasons. Uh, but like they're getting their shit together with public transport recently, and I'm honestly very happy for them. But also, like, man, I can't make fun of them anymore. They've also been doing some pretty decent housing decisions lately. And also, I think they handled being bombed by the US government fairly well. Places that have been bombed exclusively by the US and not a puppet state in 2025. Venezuela, California. Alright, I think this is definitely coming together fairly nicely. I even have an extra layer to play around with. Also, not nobody, but very few people in Oregon live near the capital. Because like, half the people, like literally about 50% live in or around Portland. And Salem is not one of those, like, satellite places. It's down, like, south, deeper into the valley. Also, apparently most people in the US find it weird, like, that a river would point north. Like, it would flow downhill north. And I don't know the Willamette, which is, like, the valley that everybody lives in, goes north. So, like, I don't know, I've never experienced that, but most people live, like, by the Appalachian Mountains or, like, near the Mississippi, and none of those run north. Sorry, I just have to give some love to my cat. Hi. Double rubbing with both hands. No, it's cat time. I love you dearly, and also, thanks to the diet change, I can definitely feel that you're a bit lighter. My leg is still asleep, so I would much appreciate... You don't need to get off my lap, but I need to move my leg. Oh, you're gonna get off. Alright. Alright, cat is no longer on my lap. I live... Also, yes, I am eternally jealous of most people in Europe, not in Brussels. For, like, their public transport. We're getting there. We've increased our buses, recently, which is very nice. We have some of those, tram buses. Yeah, the ones that are basically... like their body is like a light rail train, but they're on wheels rather than on tracks. Like I've been seeing those much more recently. Oh, sick! Yeah, no, I'm seeing the image now. There we go. That's nice. See, because like darkening the roof a little bit, like is very how do I put this? It adds really nice contrast to everything. Like in the background, while not having like the background be too dark or having the trees blend into the roof. Here's your noisy ass trees, you swine. Ah, you insult me, but it's funny, so I won't invert your skeleton. I forget exactly what those trees are. I think they're Douglas fir. Like their branches point up in the right way. And of course you also see some willow, but that's more in our yard rather than close to us. I will give it a heart. You know what? I don't usually heart stuff very often. I usually do like a thumbs up or something like that, but that gets a heart. That's a very nice image. Amazing. 10 out of 10. No notes. Considering it looks that good and I just gave you like the raw image file, like straight from my camera roll, I don't know, I think it's pretty nice. A lot of photography does like come together in the post-processing and like the color grading. But sometimes you just find a nice shot and do nothing with it. You know? Or at least I do. Sometimes I find something where it's like, well, this is pretty, and then I just let it be in my camera roll. Unfortunately, he died in Hawaii. Probably. We don't know, but he likely died on his, like, final trip to Hawaii. Probably robbed or something. Gave me a JPEG file, big difference. All right, I gave you the file that my phone gave me when I took the shot. So I don't know. My phone did not give me a raw image file. That would have been cool. Jimmy, take the shot. It could be cool to take like some photography classes, but also I don't want to pay for photography classes. I would rather just learn from practice. Oh, wait, no, you also need to be this color to differentiate yourself from the background ones. Because, you're just cool like that. This one looks a little bit like the Yippee creature. When you could bum lessons from me? True! You are very true for that. Oh, I just remembered. I brought this up at the very beginning of the stream. Uh, I'm gonna be like going over to a friend's house after stream to like watch the Game Awards, which is gonna be a very fun event. There's gonna be drinks and snacks. That's why Jarritos came to mind, because there's gonna be that. Uh, there's gotta be the good shit. Uh, and normally I wouldn't be super excited because it's the Game Awards. But like Valve is on the advisory committee this year, and with the recent release of the hardware, there's theories going around that this is where they're gonna announce Half-Life 3, because they announced Half-Life Alyx at a Game Awards, or they showed the trailer for it rather. And so there's precedent, and I need Half-Life 3 in my veins immediately. And like I don't know, I guess some of the games that are getting nominations are cool too, but it's kind of like the Grammys to me, where it's like beyond the ones I care about, I don't really care. It's the Game Awards. What's the best game of the year? A favorite one I played. What is the best game that I played this year? Was there announced Counter-Strike 3? Gabe Newell walks up on stage. I would like to introduce you to Team Fortress 2. Thank you, and have fun. Like they're not even announcing like Team Fortress 3 or Team Fortress Source 2 like version. No, 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 no. Team Fortress 2 again. We're introducing our new flagship title, Deadlock. I want to play Deadlock. I don't think it's out yet, though. Like, I want to play it when it's out. I've seen some updates to the art style. It is a very good looking game. But also, like, you know what's also a very good looking game in the same genre? Marvel Rivals. I'd say Marvel Rivals, as of now, currently has more attractive characters than Deadlock, but Deadlock has a fair few. That's not related to like how good the games are, by the way. That's just me saying. Watch the heavy update announces the color from Alzheimer's at the new mask at a time. Yes! The heavy update, it's real. Heavy now has a fourth slot specifically for lunchbox items, so that you could have a shotgun and a sandwich. Like, honestly, the only change I would significantly change a fair few of the weapons, but like that's sort of the only addition I would give Heavy, honestly, is giving himself an extra slot to have a sandwich, because I don't want to. I like the heavy shotgun. I like the shotgun. The shotgun is my favorite. This looks very pretty. I'm about to turn it into poopy. The supply backpack and Helldivers gets access to the Manco hat market. Oh god. Oh god, a Helldiver with like that one medic cosmetic with like the chest out. Like the you know, medic's hairy tits out. Front and center for everyone to see. We need more cosmetics like that for the different mercs. Or it's like, yes, this is the hot cosmetic for fan service. But like only about like, you know, one like that for each class. I don't want too many. With too many, you dilute it. You know, you need it to be punchy. The team and the developers do have plenty of experience against bots. Oh, true. True, yeah. Oh god, Helldivers versus like the TF2 sniper bots. Attention, Helldivers. The automatons have brought a new menace to the battlefield. Their anti-democratic ways have brought forth a new sniping enemy. Booger, booger. Oh, peace. Right, let's see how this is all turning out. I need to redo some of this, but, you know, neither here nor there. And where is it? Oh, this is okay. Here's how I do what I wanted to do. Okay, so the clown should match the stuff for the for like the plane that that they're on. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You are an anus. Alright, there we go. Have you ever had some Christmas bread? I'm not sure. It could very possibly be called something different here. So I could have had it and not known about it. I'm looking it up. Not specifically, but it's not far off from something I've had. Like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of a fruitcake. But a fruitcake has more fruit per bread. And I've had something similar to this, but not Christmas. Like, it was just like a random thing. It was not bad. I have a question though. Is it served with jam on the side? Because this will make or break my my opinion. Choose wisely. I kid, but seriously, like how much jam are we talking? You could? Alright, sick. Alright. The really funny thing to me about the gem on the side stuff is that here, we are berry growing people. We have a lot of different native berries, uh, plus a fair few non-native ones. We also have a good climate for growing grapes, and so we have a lot of jams and jellies, which means that it's not uncommon for like the local diet TM to have berry jams and shit like that. We also do jam on the side. And let me tell you, jam on the side is very good. Like, I think there are multiple like towns and cities here that have like berries in their seals. I've just casually like gone to farms as a kid and like picked berries. Like, berry picking is a very common thing to do. Like, once it starts to get to like harvesting season. I do need the Armenians to take back their blackberries. I don't want them. I don't want their blackberries, please. They're everywhere. Like, I think they take up like 70% of the view on my walk. Like, on my walking trail is fucking blackberry. And it's a different species than the European blackberry. So it's probably not the same as the ones you might have. Like, let me find a map and pop it up for you. Yeah. We call it Himalayan blackberry, even though it's not from the Himalayas. I didn't want to download that. Stop. Okay, open this image. Thank you. USDA Forestry Service. Give me a map. This is a few years out of date and also a little blurry, but it gets the point across. Take your fucking blackberries back. Yeah, no, you do have blackberries. It's just not the same species as we're dealing with. We also have a native form, but we just call them creeping blackberry because they creep along the ground more than like bunching up into horrible forest fire causing bushes. I remember when I was in kindergarten, I could not have been in the double digits of age. I was still in the single digits of age. And I was playing and then I got too close to a blackberry bush and it felt like it was actually pulling me in, like it was eating me. Uh, blue, green inside. Oh yeah. Um, so, your guys' blueberries are in some places called bilberry, also known as European blueberry. We have North American blueberries. Description. They're tasty. They are very yummy, and they turn into a very nice tart jelly. Not jelly, jam. They turn into a very nice tart jam. The better ones are the bigger ones. The smaller they are, the more bitter they are. But that's kind of par for the course with berry. Let me look at specifically here though. For strawberries, it's the op. Not here, they're not. The smaller ones are also more bitter, and the bigger ones are sweeter. Oregon blueberries. There's an Oregon Blueberry Commission. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's the you pick farms. That just means you pick them. Berry species. Oregon blueberry varieties. They all look the same to me. What the fuck? Blueberry cultivars for the Pacific Northwest. Thank you, Oregon State University. I will be joining you eventually. Oh, of course, of course. I our stuff is very good too. I'm not saying as an American. I'm saying as an Oregonian. So some of the stuff from other parts of the United States are horrible. They're dog shit. Avocados from California are good though, but not as good as the imported ones. I will put my foot down and say the Western Coast states are 100% better than the Eastern Coast states. Like, quality of life, natural resources, water, the food, the variety of everything. It's just better here than the rest of the United States. Also, I'm gonna show you a completely separate berry that looks very similar. And it is called the Oregon grape, but it is not a grape. And it looks more like a blueberry. Aquifolium, give me your berries. That one has been color graded. Their berries are blue, but not quite that much. These just grow everywhere. And they are the state flower and state plant. Let me find a good image. You should not eat their berries just off the bat, but they do, again, make a very nice jam. Screenshot. There we go. Will contain an equal amount of flavor and sugars, but that's per berry, not by weight. I see. For us, the smaller berries have more of the flavor, but the bigger berries have more of the sugars. And so, if you want a good mix of both, you actually want something more in the middle. Piano, Oregon grape. These leaves do prick, so be careful about that, but they're not too sharp. It's just a little prick, and they're not, like, poisonous or anything. And be gone, invasive blackberry map. Also, why is this oh, because this is all desert, right. And this part is like, there's a rainforest up here, so yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It makes sense why the blackberries are infecting there. Let's see, we also have serviceberry, we have gooseberry, we have thimbleberry, we have the artificially made marionberry, which is a very local thing. Like, you cannot find them outside of the Pacific Northwest because why would you? They were made in Marion County, which is why they're marionberries. Let's see, we have our blackberries, we have wild strawberries. Let's see, we have Oregon grape. We have, let's see. Native. Let me find a full list. Oregon berries. Edible berries. Yeah, we have salmonberry, red huckleberry, evergreen currant, thimbleberry, salal, trailing blackberry, which are native ones. We have black gooseberry. We have serviceberry. We have. Why did it say Shalon and Salal? That's Shalon is the scientific name. And Pacific blackberry is the same as trailing blackberry. What are they doing here? Why are they spreading misinformation? Black raspberry, honeyberry, American holly apparently is edible. Oregon grape. We have, like, you know, we have wild strawberries. We have red flowering currants. We have some varieties of blueberry. We have wait, lingonberry's not native. Is it native? Where is lingonberry from? Yeah, lingonberry is your guys' thing. Why is it in the native Oregon stuff? That's your guys' stuff. And it is incredibly good, by the way. I love me some lingonberry, but that shit's not native. That is fully cultivated. Oh yeah, we also have elderberry, right. Yeah, we have blue elderberry. I looked it up and like, what is that? That's just like the actual name for lingonberry. I personally I really like the jams that are kind of tart and like go with other sweet stuff. It sort of cuts through the sweetness a little bit in a very nice way. Or like with a more like or like a meat that's not too savory but still is very meaty. Like the like lingonberry can work really well, I think. Grapes are like actual grapes are very much not native, but they're also, like I said, grown widely here. We have a lot of wine and grape jams and jellies and desserts and things like that. Also, speaking of stuff that's not native to here, but also we have a weird amount of, there's a weird amount of like alpaca and llama farms here. Like I knew somebody personally who had like an alpaca wool farm. In the back garden at my mom's place, we have 4 black currant bushes. We have different kinds of currant. Like we have a black currant, but it's probably not the same as your guys' black currant. Yeah, we have black currant, we have red flowering currant, we have, let me look up all the Oregon currants. Oregon currant species. It's spelled with an A, not an E, even though it's pronounced the same. Oregon Flora, I appreciate you. Please give me the common names. Most people don't know the scientific names. Maple leaf currant, golden currant, the same thing but a subspecies. We have a gooseberry, which is in the same like family. We have a stink currant. I love that name, by the way. A wax currant. I've never had that. That is on the eastern half, in like the drier climates. You are way far away. You're wax currant again, but a different variety. Y'all banned the black currant back in the day? Shit, for real? Why? Spreading gooseberry. Crater Lake currant, which you can guess where that's around. Crater Lake. That's the stink currant again. How could you? How could you betray me? Oh, here it is. We have northern black currant. Which is a black currant. we have a shit ton of berries. I'd love to try your guys' black currant though. As we know, everything that's banned in the U.S. is probably considered too good for our people. You know, like that one spreadable sausage that got banned. I keep forgetting its name. And also, our black currant has a space between black and currant, but it is in the same family. It is an actual it's all actual currants. It's all in rebus. History. I'm not getting an answer on why it happened. Black currants were once popular in the United States as well, but became less common in the 20th century after currant farming was banned in the early 1900s, with black currants as a vector of white pine blister rust. Okay, so we banned it for a good reason. That shit's a killer. We're still dealing with that. That would be cool. I don't know. We're considered a threat to the U.S. logging industry. That's not what it's a threat to. It's a threat to all our forests. Jesus Christ, white pine blister rust. For context, if a plant disease has anything in the name regarding rust, it's a fucking killer. I found I found a variety of rust when I went over to Oxbow Park on like a study trip for college. It wasn't on trees, but it was on one of our native plants, and that was a little concerning. It was like on the path, so I'm sure that the park already knows about it. Shifted to the jurisdiction of individual states in 1966 and was lifted in New York State in 2003. Finally, another good thing to happen in 2003. The other thing was the movie Triplets of Belleville coming out. Through the efforts of horticulturist Greg Quinn, as a result, currant growing is making a comeback in New York, Vermont, Connecticut, California, and Oregon. However, several statewide bans still exist as of August 2021, since the American federal ban contained current production nationally for nearly a century. The fruit remains largely unknown to the United States and has yet to regain its previous popularity to levels enjoyed in Europe or New Zealand. Owing to its unique flavor and richness in polyphenols, dietary fiber, and essential nutrients, awareness and popularity of blackcurrant is once again growing, with a number of consumer products entering the U.S. market. Alright, so I could probably find it somewhere if I really tried. Like, it goes through, like, border customs or whatever. Like, yeah, TSA or whatever. Like, whoever checks the, like, shipments from other countries, got, this is blackcurrant jam. We're gonna have to kill Norway. I have a lot of pride for my state, and I hate my country. But, like, I hate it like you'd hate an abusive parent. So it's complicated, and there's a lot about this place that I love, but a lot of it's down to like regional stuff rather than national shit. I don't know. It's like somebody, let's say, from I don't know, what's a random EU country? Ireland. Let's go Ireland. Uh, like somebody from Ireland loving Ireland but hating the fucking EU. It's kind of like that. And like, I don't know. Oh, I forgot to color the shark. Well, color me shark. That doesn't make any sense. I uses my epic plasmids against you and shocks you to death. Runs away. I've been watching a gameplay video of Bioshock. And also, one of my friends is very autistic for Bioshock, so I actually know, like, a lot about it. Very cool game duology. But hey, isn't there a third one, Bioshock? And I shoot them. I shoot them with my big clown gun. It shoots clowns. Like it shoots clowns as ammunition, not that it shoots clowns with bullets. It shoots out clowns. No, I said dart gun. Also, probably me saying that about my opinions of my own country probably put me on another list. But oh well, I do not much care. What are they gonna do? Send ice after me or something? I am not gonna say I'm great at a fight, but I'm better than them at it. Fucking pussies. I don't know, fun fact, that word has a different etymological origin to the slang for vagina. Because it's a shortening of a word. I need to look up what the word is because I keep forgetting. It's something like pusillanimous or something. No, I don't. Like most of those words are like, how did it come to mean vagina? And it's like, I can probably guess. There are multiple jokes to be made about it. I get it. I understand. I'm the knower of these things. Random knowledge is where I know the most things. Also, to go back to berries, if you ever come here and you see some white berries, just on the side of a trail or something, don't eat those. Those are incredibly poisonous. It does not matter if you're seeing birds eat them. Those are snowberries. They will kill you. Those are one of the ones where birds will eat them and will be fine, but you won't. Don't do that. That is a warning to anybody wanting to come here. God, I should on on the subject of sending shit. I should probably set up a PO box so it's not just like, here's my exact address, just for safety reasons. Of course, of course, of course. I mean, yeah, they did do a lot of that. The women of Lesbos are really known for their oral history. I'm proud of that one. Oh yeah, fair. Yeah, you'll just buy it from Amazon. Also, oh god, did I show you guys when Google was like, I don't know if you're an adult or not. Thankfully it gave me an option to go, hey, look at my email activity. Look at the activity of my email that you have right now already in your servers, because I'm not giving you new information. And they were like, oh, sorry, my bad. I have had the email that I was using for YouTube since I was in fucking middle school. Did I lie about my age then to say that I was just barely old enough to be an adult at the time? Yes. Has it been a decade or so since then? Yes. Google thinks I'm 30. Listen, it is your patriotic duty to whatever country you're in to lie about your age on Google. It doesn't matter what country you're in, it is your duty as a citizen to lie about your age. And if they ask for an ID, just put in the funny image of Arthur Morgan. Or not if they, like if they ask for a selfie, just put in Just put in fucking Arthur Morgan eating the camera. Putting the Sam Hill. That's why my own line. Arthur, I had to lie about my age. Dutch, what the fuck? Is mining off me on 73? Ah, of course. I haven't actually used Spotify in a long time. I use Spotify to download music onto my computer through a music downloader web thing. I get my stuff from YouTube Music mostly because it's just easier, man. It's just easier to do YouTube Music, and I have a lot more indie shit on YouTube Music because like there's a lot of fun remixes and shit that I can get from people. Let me look at my. I could probably send my rap, my not my rap, my thing. Yeah, my recap. Oh, this is my entire playlist. It says nothing saved yet, but that's a fucking lie. No, I don't want to do that. Where's my actual recap? There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. God, I know I won. I do it on YouTube Music too. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff on my Spotify. On my Spotify. Shut up. I do not want to extend my trial. How about you extend my peanuts? Playlists. On. Music recap. I forgot to save it to my library. That's the problem. There we go. Where are you? It says 100 songs. Okay, so it seems to only be a playlist on my mobile, which is fine. You're about to see my cringe-ass 2025 recap, because I will not be sharing my full like songs playlist. That shit has thousands of songs on it. I don't think anybody has the time. Alright, let me see. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm talking through all my shit. I will put this in, the closest thing I could put it in is jukebox suggestions. My cringe as my cringe ass 2025 recap playlist. There we go. We're going about your extended tentacle penis warranty today. Hey, none of these are dicks. None of these are dicks. None of them are to get around the censorship laws of Japan. Due to current rules, I believe, unless they reverted them again. As long as it's not like actually sexual, quote unquote. Showing a little bit of dick in art specifically on stream on Twitch does not break TOS. However, I will not be doing so regardless, because that just does not quite fit the brand. Going around the shark. Hi, we're calling in regards to your car's extended penis. They were covered under your warranty. Reveal what? Not gonna happen. If I ever have time, I might make an After Dark account where I post more, silly variety of art, if you will, but right now I just do not have the time. However, one thing I do have more time for is personal art, which has been making my soul very happy. It fills my heart and soul. Although I guess everything I do on stream is personal art, but you know what I mean. Just stuff to do while I'm dicking around. Have you posted ankle on OnlyFans? Oh, true. You know what they say? Ankles sell. That's what they say, right? There's that one lady that actually started doing like ankle pics on OnlyFans and has been making a surprising amount of money on it. I love her stuff. I wanna find her again. I think I'm subscribed to her. Oh, of course, of course. How could I be so silly? As to me literally being a clown, what else could I be? What else could I be besides silly? Sad? I mean, there are sad clowns. I'd rather not be evil. There's a lot of evil clowns out there. Most of the horny clowns are women, because people are getting really into clown girls lately. I guess just like my perfect niche is as a silly, stupid guy that does silly, stupid things. I'd rather not be a Shakespearean jester. Those fucks are annoying. I do not much like Shakespeare. I've definitely brought that up before, I think. I'm just not a big Shakespeare guy. I remember, like back in high school, like this was my senior year, I think. My ex was doing some Shakespeare production in like the theater department, and I told him ahead of time I do not much like Shakespeare. I mean I still went anyway, but like I would have liked to have it be a date rather than going to it. But you know what can you do? Ah. Let me get out my Shakespeare real quick. That sounds like a twin product to the shake weight. This is the Shakespeare. God, the shake weight was a product of its time. My God. I kind of miss those times, although I never really lived in them, so what can you do? Like, I did, but I was a babus. I was a little babus child. A nubile individual, if you will, so I didn't exactly, like, remember it. Actually, no, I remember the tail end of the shake weight. Turns you into a loaf. Kneads you into dough and bakes you. Submissive and breedable. I want your papers submitted and readable. And almost there in this particular regard. God, I just remembered. I'm playing in that dungeon crawl game with some friends, and I'm playing a sorcerer paladin build. And I got the opportunity to fucking smite. They call me corn dog the way I'm inbred. I sure hope you're inbred and not inbred. That could cause a lot of health complications. Like, not a moral thing because it's nobody's fault, but also, Jesus Christ. Well, it is people's fault, but it's not somebody's fault for being a result of something. Complications, really? I find it apartment's complex. I find it quite simple. A bird flu? Yeah, they tend to do that. What's upstairs? They can't talk. That's Kiss. Roadwork ahead? Yeah, I sure hope it does. But every time I see a roadwork ahead sign, I think of it. Roadwork ahead? Oh yeah, for sure, but I sure hope it does. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice? Alrighty, where's the lair? Where is the lair of evil? I need to make you a normal lair real quick. God, my layers are so normal. I'm so normal about this layer. I selected the wrong one. There we go, here's the correct one. Oh, God, look at that. The lair for Cusco. Cusco's lair. The lair specifically made for Cusco. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Not saturation, I want overlay. Oh, yes! It's already beautiful. Let's shitify it some. This scene should not be as well. It should be pretty, but it shouldn't be as aesthetic. Because it needs to look disgusting and grody, like it's being eaten. You know, like this. On its own, that's a pretty color. Actually, yeah, let's... Okay, that's just gray. Like, this looks grody and stuff, but, like, when you zoom into the each individual color is very pretty, and that's a problem. Fuck it, let's do this one. There we go. What if I did that size? The lair specifically made for Cusco. Cusco's lair. Oh yeah. All coming together. Wait, is he stupid? I'm realizing he's beginning to believe. I can just do this on the color layer. Behold, it's turning to shit. Shit is fuck. I turn into Apo Scout. Screw this! I'm going to play Minecraft. Quick startup speed run. That happened with the .com bubble. It's happening with the AI bubble. You know, I'm just starting to think that tech startups are a bad idea. And that tech bros are actually, members of a, what is it, like, Rusko's Basilisk? Like, they're a cult to the Basilisk. And they're seeking the destruction of all things through AI. They're a technology death cult. They're some 40K type shit, and I do not stand for it. They are praising the Omnissiah and doing away with the weakness of their flesh. Well, no, because they're worshipping AI instead of hating AI, but really worshipping it, but not calling it AI. God, look at how much grodier it looks. It's still vibrant. Oh God, yeah, no, they're the Dark Mechanicus. Yeah. Well, no. The worshippers of Vestor are the weapons manufacturers like Lockheed Martin and General Electric. And others, but those are the two that come to mind. Uh I see because Vastor makes all the weapons for the Chaos Gods, and they're they war profiteer. They are worshipping the dragon. They're worshipping the Void Dragon, the thing that's in the middle of Mars. Which honestly, worship. I feel like I weirdly enough, I feel like worshipping a Catan or a Catan shard is actually kind of worse than worshipping a chaos deity. I don't know. Chaos corrupts, right? But like the Catan eat everything, right? They consume stars and souls. Wait, what if I could undo this because I'm silly and the undoer? And then on this layer here, I could do this or something. What if I made you more like that? A slight difference to be sure, but not sure if it's a good one. Make you more yellow. Uh, okay, it might as well be this one, because once you get more to the red layers... Proud supplier of Slanesh's vibrator, supply since M30. Okay, you assume that Slanesh doesn't use, like, their worshippers as vibrators. And then, like, throws them away when they're done with them. Come on. Come on, you need to think bigger! It's Slanesh. You could get weirder. I think in 40k they need to accentuate the other aspects of excess rather than just sexual excess for Slanesh. They do it somewhat in fantasy and Sigmar. Oh, this is kind of transitioning a little bit to an Urple. A little bit of a more purple instead of a more blue at the bottom. That's fun. That's very fun. I'm liking this. You know, honestly, I never know how the colors are gonna interact with a piece until I start it. And this will get the characters some of the way. And then I can do another thing sometime when I do the character colors. But yeah, no, like to be fair with Slanesh, and you talk about the machines, right? Like self-improvement in any form feeds Slanesh, right? So trying to be the best mechanic, right? The best engineer. That feeds into Slanesh. So like they would naturally have some very good machinists. And like engineers and doctors and like everything. All right. Okay, your hard light 80%. That is, I mean, that's cool and all. A lot of politicians and CEOs, yeah, but Zinch also has a stranglehold on some of them too. Anna, what do you think Epstein's Island was in service to? Slanesh. And also, you know, also Zinch, but because that island was used to get like blackmail on a lot of politicians. Now, on that subject, if you weren't that kind of person, why would you be on that island to get blackmailed? Like, let's be honest here, right? But still. But the other option, the other like option of that is to be one of the victims. Not now. The penitent one heard victim and was like, "Oh, that's me." I'm a victim. I've seen a fair few videos on Blasphemous. I'm not going into it blind. Also, I've played a little bit of it. There we go. Let me get you a face that is a little bit pink. Pinking out is an important part of a child's development. Knows a little bit more about Slanesh, pal, than you do, pal, because he invented it. Ah, of course, of course. One of the fucking funniest things to me about like the emails that have been coming out. I haven't caught up on like all the more recent ones if there's been more. But some of the funniest things is finding out that one, Bubba could be Ghislaine Maxwell's horse. Two, that Trump has been competing with Ghislaine Maxwell in a child trafficking business for a while. And three, that Ghislaine Maxwell had a child trafficking ring. Which is really fucked up. Also, another funny thing is that people have a real hard time saying Ghislaine's name because it's spelled like it should be Ghislaine. Welcome, Ghislaine Maxwell. Welcome to fucking hell. Welcome, Peter. Welcome to fucking hell. Like from fucking Hunter the Parenting. Grabs her, drags her into the darkness. I have a bright life ahead of me, my brother in Christ. The fog approaches. Okay, that is not. That doesn't look evil enough. How do I make this look more evil? Not the shark, not the guy in the shark costume. The water. Wait, no, I had an idea, I remember it. I remember, righto. Normal? 100%. Wait, no, I need this also to be hard light and 80. Hard light. When the light is hard. When the cold brew hits. Okay, now that's a little much. There we go. Now it's green and disgusting. Give him a fake tan and a comb over. Ah, exactly. Wait, no. I'm fine. I'm not a teenage girl. So Trump is no danger to me. Trump, the natural predator. The natural predator to teenage girls everywhere. This actually does make the lines clearer. That's good. Oh wait, I have an... Gentlemen, I may not have a brain, but I have an idea. Wrong layer, Kronk! Is if I make the lower layer normal and 100%, I can turn it back. I can get it to how I want it. And then I can merge layer down. It'll become a normal layer at 100% opacity. And then I can turn it back to hard light 80%, and then we'll be good. Gotta go now, bye. All right, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. In just a bit, I'm gonna be working on the blasphemer. Or no, he's the penitent one, not the blasphemer. Have a good time at, I presume, work. Truly an evil color scheme. Oh, look at that nice purple that's showing up at the bottom. Oh, that's nice. In certain areas, this is actually making the line art more clear. Actually, no, just in all areas. Again, I never know how the color is going to, like, come together until I actually do it. Shark is the silly. Okay, I will make a singular adjustment to the shark, and then once I do that, thank you 3 p.m. alarm. Once I do that, we will swap over to the blasphemous. Most of this is actually a lighter color. Let me, yeah, over the top of the head and like that. The fin is lighter, that is darker. Ah, da, 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 da. Doing this. Not like that. This one's lighter too. But not the entirety, like the edges are the kind of transition to darker, so there's gonna be a point where I have to blend that, but that's fine. Will you be a penitent one for Christmas? I wanna hit my bottom, it's Christmas. Okay, so neither Christmas nor my birthday will be on a on a Sunday, so no Christmas gaming, but there will be Crimblemas art, or maybe Crimblemas world building. All right, I need to blend some of this. Give me just a moment. Blend. I'm gonna have to get back that glaze brush. Fun fact, blending actually makes a lot of stuff look better. Like that. Alright. So now here's the diddly darn deal. I am going to save this. I will B R B. That is a bad eyebrow. Also bad. There we go. I will BRB, and then once I am once I am back, I will get to working on the PNG tuber model. Returned I have, smoking on that Dagobah pack I am. Let me get rid of the color palette. I can get that back later. And we shall return to doing this. There we go. Alright, let me color pick. Color pick, picking color. Sketch! Sketching, 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 shing. I can't tell exactly what that is, so I'm just gonna make them as snurkles. There we go. Oh god, that is a very, very fine design on that. I'm gonna be honest, I might simplify that. Beautiful, beautiful filigree. Who would win? Beautiful, beautiful filigree or one clown? Okay, that's a sleeve and a sleeve, but they're the same color. Alright. That is very good, my friend. Okay, so that has two strips. It's too stripping. Oh wait, no. I need to do that slightly better. God, you know the shading on this is gonna be insane once I work on that part. Oh God, I'm excited. I'm getting all excited. Recently I trimmed my beard to get, to deal with that studying gunk. You know, when you don't really take care of yourself because you're busy studying and shit. And God, I look great. Sometimes when I like have a harder time taking care of myself than other times, I forget how I genuinely look good. I enjoy how I look as a human being. Is that a little narcissistic? Probably. I wouldn't put it past myself. I don't know, but like I enjoy how I look. My goal is to get as close to what I find attractive as possible because I want to look good. It's not like it's not to uh try and attract anybody, TM. It's just because I want to look good because looking good looks good. I don't know. I don't know, kind of a weird logic, but it's whatever. My goal, help me, don't leave me here. Okay, so this part here appears to be part of the actual, like, elbow, armor thing. But let me actually smooth that out a little bit. I'm going based off of what I believe is official art. There will be full line art for this, by the way, just the shading will be fun. Stop buffering. Stop buffering. Okay, and gloved hands. What do your sleeves do? I'm having a hard time. Oh, okay. Okay, they're like vestments. His almost like vestments underneath his armor. I love that all his art. This is obviously very fantasy. This is very fantasy, but like it still it looks within the realm of something somebody would actually wear. Very much more ceremonial than anything, but speaking of fantasy, I am going to make this taller. Make it bigger! It doesn't really look like that towering thing on the top of his head like it should. You could fit so much blood in here. Alright, there we go. And I think I might add like some... If you're wondering, hey, Bajongles, how do you do the the folds on clothes? I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue whatsoever. That's kind of the fun of it. I get to learn. Problem is, I'd like to know what I'm learning. Hello, penitent one. Welcome to real-life Spain. Welcome to Spain, but the A is silent. What? Spain? Welcome to Spin, guys. This is España. As opposed to España. I'm already only okay at best with like a Mexican Spanish pronunciation. I am not gonna try Spain Spanish. Like I am not gonna try is it Castilian or Castilian? I forget how those them over there do the double L. And then I can do much of that work and then just erase it, baby. Like, I wanted to get it on there so that I knew what I was doing. Alright, where's your sword sitting, my man? I'm not sure, but I can put the sword in a place. I can do a thing with a sword. Penitent one. Blasphemous. Penitent one. He swore. Right, it has Jeebus on the handle. Well, technically not Jeebus, but Jeebus. I'm exaggerating the size, but it's mostly because it's cool. Actually, I might not be exaggerating its size. I might be doing exactly the size it is. Okay, so there's the blade. It's gonna need thorns on it. It's interesting that this sword, like, it's definitely designed this way intentionally. It is not meant to be comfortable to wield. It is not meant to be good in the hand. It's meant to, sort of like everything else about the Penitent one, it's meant to be suffering. Holding this guy on the handle cannot be comfy. What is the cross guard like? None. And he's wearing leather gloves, which means he has no hand protect or very little hand protection. It's some, but it's thorns. It's nothing. It's nothing. Hey, Jimmy, can I get a sword with nothing? Nothing? Your sleeves, how away, how are thee? Let me look at the spot right there. All right, okay, so the sleeves sort of tuck into the gloves. They friar tuck. Also, the body's not gonna change pose. It's just the head that's gonna be different. And much like a lot of these things, I'm gonna end up erasing it, or just like, whatever. Because it's gotta be behind something. And with the knowledge that it's gotta be behind something, I might actually, like, not do much of the... the actual, like, rest of the hand. We are reaching the loop. There we go. Alright, that was a sick old time. And as you can see, we have made progress. So I'm probably going to do the fingers, maybe. And then once I'm done with the fingers, I'm going to call it and do my ending raid. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna save first, actually. Create documents. Last famous one. PNG tuber. Alrighty. Just chatting screen time. Alright. I've been Bajongles. You can find me over here on Twitch, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at noon Pacific Standard Time. I would much appreciate a follow. Speaking of follow, you can follow me over on Bluesky and Tumblr, both at BigBoyArt1, username Bajongles. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hi YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. And with that, it's been a wonderful time. I will be back on Sunday doing maybe not, I don't know, the last stream of Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It'll either be the last or one of the last. And on Monday, I will be on the Discord server doing Multiplayer Monday. And so, it has been a wonderful time. I will catch you all on the flip-flop. Bye-bye!